After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hi.
Hello, welcome to Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 194. It is Wednesday, February 17th, 2016. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles Woman Cave, the Fun Cave.
I have a sneeze. It's like trying to come as soon as I turn on the camera.
I'm Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I am Talia, also known as Francisca Gypsy.
Right. We're glad to have you with us. We welcome all new and returning viewers. We know there are a lot of demands on your time, so we're glad that you want to spend some time with us today.
This is coming to you about an hour later than intended.
Because she overslept.
I do not recall turning off all three of my alarms, but apparently I did so.
Mm-hmm. So you may hear about 3/4 of the way through the podcast our alarm going off. My husband comes home. Usually he comes home after we're done, but oh well. Anyway.
Unplanned.
We want to welcome, as we said...
that's the episode name, Unplanned.
No.
I might need to have my hood on because I'm bad hair too.
Anyway, we want to welcome, as we said, all our new and returning viewers, but we also want to especially welcome those who have joined us officially. We have Kate Lidrisi, who is Clarissa. Welcome, Clarissa. I think this is Kentucky Spinner, KY Spinner, Michelle. Welcome, Michelle. J Bubbles 25, who is Jacob. Welcome, Jacob.
Okay.
Three Stitch Love, who is Stacy. Welcome, Stacy. And Lauren, L-O-R-E-N-G.
Lauren G.
Lauren, yes. Welcome, Lauren. We're glad to have you all officially with us, so now you can take part in all the activities and be eligible for prizes. We're excited about that.
Indeed.
So thank you very much. Do you have anything before I go into the...
Mug.
Oh yeah, what's in our mug? In my Oops is a Bunny mug, and here's Oops, is my chai tea, vanilla chai tea, chai latte.
I have kind of a not combination, but I have my chai tea in my mug, which is my Oops is a Bunny mug. And sometimes right after I get up, I get a little nauseated, especially if I didn't get a lot of sleep. So, ginger ale. And this is that which sparked the debate the other day about whether or not you tapped your soda.
And I have water down below waiting for the inevitable finishing of my tea, because the tea is not an endless teacup. Unfortunately.
We should have an endless teacup.
We should. Somebody needs to do something about that.
Invented.
Okay. The PHN Sweater Shawl Along, RCAL, is going nice and strong. There's a lot of chatter in that thread. We're very happy to see that. Lots of really very, very nice projects. In fact, I saw a cape that is more of a shawl, which is why we're accepting it. It goes to the elbows, so it's definitely acceptable. And it's Faithful Knitters, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to see her do it. I had to cue it up. It's very pretty. It's got a cowl neck to it, and it's a long kind of poncho. It looks more like a poncho.
Oh, ponchos were long.
Yeah, it looks more like a poncho than a cape. It's called a cape, but it looks like a poncho. So, really like that. But we have some wonderful, wonderful sweaters and shawls in that thread. It began the shawl thread along the PH. I need tea. Let's try this again.
You trying to say it began January 1st?
Yes, the PHN sweater shawl along, not the thread along.
Oh, I did not even hear you.
Shawl sweater along started January 1st and ends March 31st. Anything, any sweaters, shawls, ponchos, things like that will be accepted as long as they're knitted or crocheted. And we will accept whips and FOs. 1 whip per project per week, 1 FO per project. It does not have to be finished during the along, but it does have to be worked on during the along in order to be accepted for prizes.
It doesn't even need to be started during the long, although I'm sure you said that as well.
Yes. No, well, maybe I didn't. I don't know.
We
It
don't-
doesn't. It doesn't
we
have.
don't
We don't
care
care
when
when
you
you started
started.
it. Okay. Now we do have prizes. We have a Silver Shed medium-sized project bag that was donated by Silver Shed USA, who is Ann Brody. Wonderful shop, by the way, if you don't know
Yes.
the Silver Shed. The Drake and Shawl that was gifted to us by the designer, who is Maria Muscarella, and she is Ninja Chickens.
Oh, Ninja Chickens.
Ninja
I already
Chickens.
turn around. Ninja Chickens.
And that's our featured pattern. That's the only shawl pattern that will be accepted for 2 chances for a prize as a finished object only.
And I have the pattern. I just need to finish something and not
Yeah.
restart something.
Yeah. We have a sock blanket that was donated by Mama C, and we have No Maker's yarn in the Candy King colorway, and Kimberly our KR Dye Works PHN colorway. We have one of those, and we have a couple other prizes that are coming that we will let you know about when they get here.
It's funny that a lot of our more active members aren't necessarily ones who remember back to the when the colorway was, because that was what 100 members.
Polly remembers.
Polly remembers.
Polly remembers because Polly guessed it.
Yes, he did.
And then the Undead Yarn Shawl Along is going concurrently in our group. We are not hosting that. We are co-hosting that with at Heidi, Undead Yarn,
Yeah.
Knitty Girl, her invitation. She invited us along with Andrew Sue Knits, who is Andy, and Bookish Stitcher, who is Jeanette. Check them out if you haven't checked out those podcasts. They're all very good. And the along that is Heidi's is going for the same amount of time.
As
The
ours.
rules may differ slightly from group to group, but we can triple dip, quadruple dip, as long as you're a member of each group
Who you dip?
that you dip in. Yes, and we don't care where you. From our part, we don't care where you dip, as long
I
as you're a
think
member
most
of the
people
group.
don't care.
I don't think so. Some people are funny, but not many anymore.
Well, it's not like you can really
No,
police
you
it
can't enforce
anyway.
it. No, and the same rules basically apply for our group. Okay, except that the sweaters will not be allowed. Okay, this has to be shawls for that. And what we'll do with that is all the projects. If you're new, all the projects for both alongs are in the same.
If you're
thread.
not new, the rules are entirely different.
Yes.
Sorry, go on.
Anyway,
That last statement was a lie, in case you know.
all projects go in the same thread. We will pull for the PHN sweater shawl along first, then we will reset the random number generator and pull again for the shawl along with Heidi. And of course the sweaters will not be eligible for that. We have for the shawl along with Undead Yarn, we have as prizes the winner's choice of any single Laura Smoots design and the winner's choice of any single Ninja Chickens design.
Anytime you sip a tea, I said oops.
Okay. All right. So, did you have anything with baby hats or there?
Yes. Sorry, need to reposition.
It's a little chilly in here today, even though it's warmer now. We're getting out from under ice and stuff.
Well, apparently it's supposed to snow during the week. Girls at work were saying on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Do not wish it.
But they're like obsessed with their weathermen over there too.
I do not wish it.
So if that particular weatherman said that it's going to happen.
Oh yes.
Let me turn that around. I have no idea if that actually showed the address. Okay. Anyway, we received more baby hats.
Yay! Very cute baby
They
hats.
are very cute.
All the hats we get are
Actually, I'm
cute.
going to have you reach in because I've been sniffling. I'm sure I'm fine, but still.
Look at this little top knot. It reminds me of alfalfa or something. It's so cute. And here's a little pink one.
I love this next one too.
Yeah, this is another one with a little top knot. I love that.
But it's not just a top knot. It's like pointy.
It's like a little elf hat, gnome hat. It's like a little gnome hat.
And there's baby boots in here.
Oh. The baby blues I think match this little hat. Oops. Oh yes, there. Okay. Oh, look at how tiny! Oh, look at this! They're so tiny! We need something to put in them. I think it goes with this little hat.
Yeah.
This is a set. Isn't that adorable? Thank you.
This is,
Oh, that's from,
the Rav name, I forgot.
is that, Stitched by Mimi?
Mimi
Mimi Chatton.
Chat.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Because it was someone I, was newer to me.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Much
Thank
appreciated.
you very much.
Thank you for your generosity. The babies will be very happy, and so will the parents.
Thank you.
And they make us smile. I love seeing baby stuff.
Now we should be
Getting close to being able to deliver something.
Yes, exactly.
We've been kind of hamstrung with getting places because their hours are strange and the weather has been uncooperative.
Maybe one Monday when you and Davina go to Adoration, you can do drop off because they're usually open when you guys go to Adoration.
Yeah, maybe we'll see if we can do that. Okay. Is there anything else?
For baby hats?
Or anything like that? Any special announcements? We can't do the book review yet because we don't have permission.
Yes.
So, okay. All right, let's see. Let's go right into the knitting and crocheting. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm nice. I don't count while you're counting.
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I wasn't
6,
counting.
7, 8.
I guess I go first because I have 9, I think.
How did you beat me? I was super proud of myself. I was like, yeah, I'm going to beat her this time.
You beat me last time. She leaves black and blue marks. Okay, that. Okay, in my, where's my bag? I have an avalanche of bags. I didn't do a whole lot of work on this, but in my Cloverbird medium-size owl bag is my Lothlorien shawl, which is the Yowza Way It Shawl 3 pattern by Susan B. Anderson. And I started this for the Bakery Bears favorite color along.
Way back when.
Way back when. And
that was like their first cal for the Patriots, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was.
I think so, yeah. Because they had one for the bread along and one
the
for the
bread
cal
along was
one.
everyone else, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember which way it was. And this is, I'm using Chai-Gu Reds US 8 5mm fixed circulars and Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the Pangea colorway. And I'm really close to the point where I'm going to be adding the border, the ribbing. Okay, let me see here.
Was this the one I needed to fix part of it?
I don't think so because I didn't mark this one.
Okay.
I'm kind of tangled up here.
Tangled up in blue.
Jinx, you're Jinx. Okay, there it is. So you can see it's grown quite a bit, and it's getting really close to being finished. I'll be happy to get this off the needles so I can start the other one, or get back to the other one, my dark blue one. So, yeah, this is working nicely, and I'm happy with it. And that's really all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
And it matches my bag. Matchy matchy.
Okay, the one I'm going to talk about is actually, yes, Secret Project, because I don't feel like pulling anything out of the bag at this second. Secret Design Project is in here.
Which one?
I only have one.
Oh, that's right, you do only have one.
I finished the other two. The other two are in testing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's right.
Yes, I actually only have one Secret Design in my Silver Shed
Mystery bag.
Mystery Froggy bag. Yes, frogs.
Ribbit. Was it Tilly who didn't like frogs?
Yes.
Yeah, Tilly Trout. Hi, Tilly.
Hi, Tilly.
Misty Tilly. She had a podcast up a couple weeks ago.
I think I saw it.
Yeah. Tilly Trout.
And then she's been doing what's it called? The quiz.
Knitter Forfeit.
Yeah, Knitter Forfeit.
Okay, my next project is, if I can find the bag in this mountain here. What was it that Larry calls it? Her mountain of... What does she call it?
I know she's in the Hobbit Hole. I don't know.
Yeah, she's in the Hobbit Hole, but she has a mountain of something.
She's a mountain in the Hobbit Hole? I thought the Hobbit Hole was in the mountain.
No, but she called the project a mountain of something. I forget what it's called.
You don't listen to the lyric.
No. She has to talk louder. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Where's my bag? Okay.
I have the Larry's...
She's always in there. Okay. In my medium size, knitting's my bag.
Wait, what size?
Medium.
Oh, I heard Mia size. I'm like, what's a Mia size?
Open your ears. Medium size, knitting's my bag, my French lady's bag. This is one of Lois's older ones. I love this bag. And this is my Pinktober from 2 years ago? No, last year.
No, it's from last year.
Last year. I might finish it by Pinktober this year. So this is kind of my mindless, just kind of.
I just think it's Denise's one that she was working on for
Oh, and she took it out.
3 years. That is sad, but if you aren't loving it, that was a lot of lace.
That was a lot of lace. It's a beautiful pattern. Kathy finally finished hers, but I think Denise.
I think it took her about 2 years.
Yeah, it took
Kathy
2 years. But I think Denise made the right decision on just frogging it because it was just sitting there. I think it was making her feel guilty. I know I feel guilty when projects just sit there and stare at me. So this is my project here. I thought there was something in this that I needed to check as well, but
well, you didn't mark anything.
I didn't mark anything, so I must have fixed it. So there it is. And I'm using my, they have new knit picks. They're called Majestic needles, and they're blue and purple and pink or something. They're really cute. So now they have the Caspians and the Sunburst. They didn't have the Sunburst in the catalog, though. I hope they didn't get rid of it, because I wanted to get some of those. Knit picks, they had Sunburst, Caspians, Harmonies, and then the Majestic.
I don't like wooden needles, so.
I like the Knit Picks wooden needles, but I am becoming aware that I don't like interchangeables. I want them to be fixed because I know that it's easy to undo them or whatever. That's the problem. One of my projects, I keep losing my needle.
You see, I've only had that problem with Knit Picks.
So, but anyway, here you go. This is my Pinktober shawl. The yarn, this is Kool-Aid dyed. So that's that. I'm enjoying this project still. Just it gets love when I'm, in the mood. There we go.
I'm this close to sneeze this entire time.
Okay. Your turn.
So, sorry.
This crazy weather's making everybody sniffly.
It is. Plus, I got about 5 hours sleep?
I apologize for the slurping in advance.
Slurping?
Mm.
Okay. In my, Stitch by Mimi, I knew this was Mom's Day, so I had to think about it a second. Stitch by Mimi, red and gold bag.
I call it the brocade bag. It's not quite brocade, but it reminds me of brocade.
All that glitters is in here. That's my Hitchhiker by Martina Bain. And I'm using Expression Fiber Arts Sparkle Sock Fingering and colorway Joy to the World. Plus I have a sparkly red that I'll use at the end because I don't want to make it shorter. I don't remember working on it, but I wrote it down in my show notes, so I must have done it at some point. It must have been early in the week.
I forget who I was watching, and she was like, I didn't work on this at all, but I wanted to show it to you anyway. I'm like, okay.
But I remember Robin doing, she didn't say it quite that way, but Robin did it with her blanket. She wanted to show people what it was like pieced together.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
It's not done yet, but it was, someone was asking about it because they always see it like a square at a time.
Right.
But it wasn't quite I feel like showing this, so I'm gonna.
No, this was like, I haven't worked it at all. And I'm like, okay, I forget who it was I was watching, and I was just like, well, that's fine. If that's what you want to do, great.
Your podcast.
I want to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Seen it what?
What?
What? I'm stuck.
You're stuck. You need to be rebooted?
There we go. Alrighty, so you're not going to tell any difference from the last time you saw it.
Because you didn't work on it at all.
No, I know I worked. I think I started a tooth, finished a tooth, did something with a tooth.
Oh, I felt so bad for, I think it was Penny Wenny.
I hope you're writing these people down.
Yeah. I didn't mention anybody else.
Oh, okay. Well, I mentioned Robin. Stitching Between Pages.
Penny Wenny, she was talking about, she made me cringe about her having to go to the dentist. I was like, oh, ouch. Because she doesn't like to go to the dentist. And I felt so bad for her. Let me see here.
I think that Poirot's, I can't remember which book it was. The one where it starts off with him at the dentist. I think it's 1-2 Buckle My Shoe.
Oh, okay.
I
thought that started out in a place where they were having like cocktails and stuff.
No, you're thinking of Cards on the Table.
No, not that one. It's a different one because they were singing 4 and 20 Blackbirds.
Because I'm pretty sure 1-2 Buckle My Shoe starts.
Well, we can figure it out later.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason I was thinking that is that he hates going to the dentist, and there's a point where the dentist is like pushing on one of the teeth. He's like, "Does that hurt?" And it does, but he's like,
We must be macho or die.
no, he just didn't want to pull that. It got pulled out anyway.
He's not stupid.
But anyway, yes, this got some love, even though I don't remember when I worked on it.
Okay, let me just get this through the hole here.
I'm pretty sure that was one Tupac on my shoe. It's been a long time since I read that particular one.
Yeah, I don't remember. All right, let's see. This one I haven't worked on in a while. I took it out yesterday for the first time in like months. And this is my Violently Happy shawl. And it's just a pattern in my own head. And this is in Heidi, Undead Yarn's Violently Happy Accident colorway. It's the Vampiri base. And I'm using size 8.
It doesn't look violent.
Oops. Well, she gave us the reason.
I know, but it doesn't look violent. It looks happy.
The cord doesn't want to cooperate here because I've had it stuck in my bag forever. It's just not wanting to be. The colors aren't showing up. It's showing a lot more purple than it is.
It is fairly purple.
It is,
though.
but there's not that much purple.
I think it's pretty close to color.
I don't. I think it's a little bit off, but the cord is.
Well, that I think is what's important.
So that's it, and I like working with this base. This Vampiri base of Heidi's is extremely soft. I just love working with it. It feels good on my hands, and I think it'll feel really good around. It does feel good around your neck. So, if you want to make
not your collective necks.
If you want to make, if you're looking for a yarn to make a cowl or something, and you don't know what to use, you might want to check out Heidi's Vampiri base because it's really, really good. And no, I don't get a kickback from Heidi. I really mean this. Her yarn, the Vampiri base, I love.
Just slide it under the table. Thanks, Heidi. I
Blues,
got it.
Heidi, blues.
Thank you. It's in my hand.
No, we're just teasing. Heidi spoils us rotten, but no,
yes.
her yarn truly is very, very good, and her Vampiri base to me
is it the Vampiri or the Vampiri?
Vampiri. It's a PH. Vampiri. However
I know we talked to her about it.
Yes, we did. And in any event,
we obviously didn't listen.
No. In any event, it's a very, very. It's probably the softest yarn I've ever worked with, and that's saying a lot because it's not cashmere. It's just I think it's superwash merino, and it's very, very soft. So, and this is in my Black Horse yarn. Black Horse.
Maybe I haven't worked the work of cashmere, but I don't find cashmere to be much softer than anything else.
Me, my dog, and some yarn, but I think she changed it. Yeah, she changed it to match her podcast. So
yes.
It's the Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn. This is Kim, who's Black Horse. And I love this bag. It's cute and it's perfect for my little, smaller projects.
I know it's not the same character, but they have a character
and
in
it's pink.
Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog called Dark Horse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dark Horse... No, I think it's actually Black Horse, yeah. Because Black Horse, Black Horse, Black Horse... Yeah. He's a bad guy, and he's...
Of course he is. Dark Horse is George Harrison's, was George Harrison's company.
Okay, well, Black Horse is the name of the character from Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. Blog.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris and, the guy who plays Mal in Firefly.
Right.
And also plays Castle in the TV show Castle, and I need to get back on track.
Yes, you do.
Are you shaking?
Yeah, I'm shaking this.
Oh, okay. Where is... Oh, fiddly sticks. I don't feel like getting up and get it.
I know I left something too, but I'm not going to...
I worked on my bullfinch. Not a whole lot. I don't know where I put it. I probably left it by the door.
And that's by Kay Jones. That's the simple
yeah.
Simple
I mean,
socks?
it's not... It's the, sock knit shawl.
Yeah. It's a nice pattern. I like
and
that.
I only, worked on a little bit of it probably when I was shopping. But...
Right. We didn't go shopping this weekend.
No, I guess... Well, I must have worked on it at some point. I worked on it at church then.
Yeah.
It didn't get a lot of work.
Yeah, we didn't get to go to the grocery store this week because weather and Valentine's Day and car things.
Well, my schedule was messed up too.
Yeah, we're down to 2 cars for 3 adults, so it's. I know people probably roll their eyes, but when you have 3 completely different schedules,
Right.
it kind of impacts. So,
2 people work outside the home.
yeah. So, okay, my turn.
It is.
This is the one I think that I need you to look at.
Okay.
I think. This is my Under the Mistletoe Shawl project. This is the one by Susan Ashcroft. And I'm using US 10.5 and Knit Pig Harmony circulars and Yarn Bee Tender Touch. And I'm on the second ball of yarn. This is working up fairly quickly because it's I think this is a bulky weight yarn.
You're just going until you decide it's big enough?
Yeah, I have plenty of yarn. I think this is the one I wanted you to look at. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Maybe you lied to me.
I think I'm mistaken. Must have been another one.
You lied.
I was looking at this because it looks like I may have loosened up.
Well, that happens sometimes.
You can see here, it looks like it's a little... I didn't drop any stitches. It just looks like my stitches aren't quite...
Uniform.
You can see that it's like a little open. I'm just going to leave it as a design element because I'm just going to wear it in the house. See it?
I do see it. Yeah, it's definitely just that you change your tension or whatever.
I think what happened was I was wearing...
You know what it almost... No. You know what it almost looks like?
Like I did the wrong stitch?
Like you...
The yarn over.
No.
I have no idea. I'm
It
very
looks
creative.
almost like you have one stitch for both rows.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what I did. So it's going to be a design element because it's just going to stay in the house for the most part. And I don't feel like taking back again. So I want to
finish
finish
hurt
it.
anything.
No. If I have to, I can do that stitch. There's that duplicate stitch.
Mhm.
And I'll learn how to do that and I'll fix it. I'm getting braver. I don't feel like dealing with it. This is in my Knitting's My... No, this is not my Knitting's My Bag. This is my Plover Bird. This is my Plover Bird large sweater size tea time bag, which I love. Okay.
Alright, let me get the end of this around. The project that's been getting a fair amount of work. In my Plover Bird stained glass bat bag.
Yeah.
Is Starry Starry Nights. This is Starry Night pattern by Agnes Kutaz Karetzes. And I am using Dragonfly fibers in the base Damsel in the colorway Starry Nights. This gets about, I usually work about 2 rows on a day off. So, for this, considering how long the rows are, that's a decent amount of work. I'm in the last chart. I think I have like 4 rows in that chart, and then I have like 4 to 6 rows of garter stitch. So I am very close, even though I know I've been saying that for weeks.
I always want to say the same thing every week. I'm going to refrain this week from saying it. This looks very pretty. Today it looks a little more yellow than it normally does. I'm not sure why. I think it's the lighting in here.
It's lighting, but it does have a fair amount of yellow as well.
It almost gives off a green cast. That's the blue and the yellow together.
Yeah. So my coworker has no idea
Very
she's
pretty.
getting this.
I love surprising people. That's so much fun.
And every time I see her, I just have to hold off.
Oh, Laura Smoot. I did get your PM. I'm sorry I haven't answered yet. It's been a little crazy for me the last couple of days. So I will.
She doesn't care about you.
That is not in fact true. But I do thank you, and I will be getting back to you. I got the message, and I got the tracking number. Thanks.
She does not care about you.
So generous.
Yes. So, yes. There's the shawl.
She's such a sweetheart.
She is.
And she's so close. It's a shame that we don't... She's not really close, but it's just a shame we don't have the time to see her and her husband.
Well, we'll have to make an effort to find them again.
At Shenandoah and at Maryland.
Maryland.
Yeah.
Well, we know we both go to Miss Babs.
Yes. That's where we that's where we met them.
Although hitting them again at Miss Babs would be...
That would be, yeah. That was kind of...
That was chancy.
Yeah. Well, we'll just... She has my phone number now, and I have hers, so I can just do what I do to Emily. Hey! Where are you? Okay.
Well, we'll know he's the random person standing in the line with someone bringing stuff back and forth.
Right. Okay. My next one is my spring garden baby beanie, and this is from the Newborn Beanie project from the Newborn Beanie pattern by Hannah Berry, and I'm using US 3s. These are 3.
I don't know why I'm here like Hanna-Barbera.
I know. 3.25 millimeter circular Chai-Gu needles, and the Baby Bee Sweet Delight baby yarn in Berry Cute colorway. And I did a few rows in this. So it is getting close, but it's little, and I do it when I get the chance, so it's going a lot slower than it probably could. If I just sat down, maybe I would finish it. But it's little tiny stitches and little tiny needles. So
Yeah.
And
Well,
yeah, that's the
the
front.
little tiny hats.
Little tiny hat. So I love the way it's working up. Purples and greens.
Okay,
And this is in my Kikiboo bag that Denise, the Knitting Den, gifted me when when we had Autism Awareness last year.
yes.
And so when she gifted Talia one, me one, and she gifted 2 to the podcast. So that was very generous of her.
Yes.
We really appreciate that, especially since she's I don't know how much she's doing bags now because she's been really busy with other things.
Yeah.
I'm sure she is doing bags. I just don't know how often she can do it.
Right.
So I'm really glad to have one of her bags.
In my Silver Shed bag is on the forest floor.
Oh, did you see the comment? There's a comment. I hadn't had a chance to answer. It was really cute. And I'm sorry to interrupt, but the bat
No,
bag.
she's not.
No, I'm not. The bat bag reminded me. She said she's waiting for the time when the woman cave becomes the bat cave.
I did see that.
And that made me laugh. It made me happy.
I've read all the comments.
Yeah, I have
I just
too.
haven't commented on all the comments.
I haven't been able to answer the last 2, I think it was. I answered all the others.
I'm going to be a little slower responding than I'm already slow responding on there. And you'll see me popping around different threads and I try to keep up. I'm doing some more studying for work, so that takes up a little bit of time that I did have.
And you'll notice that I'm not quite, I mean, I'm doing more in terms of answering, but I'm not as all around the board because it's Lent, and I'm trying not to spend over much time on things that are not necessary on the computer. So even
She's
though
saying you guys are unnecessary.
no, I'm saying that
I'm just boiling it down to its most... Ow! That actually kind of hurts. You almost got me in the eye.
oh yeah, here, tell us the hand.
Ow. I
Ow.
don't like you anymore.
My point is that the things like
Abuse.
yes, verbal abuse.
Physical abuse.
No,
Everyone
I'm
saw
talking
that.
about you not letting me finish my sentences.
Everyone saw you hit me.
Yes, I hit you. Anyway, my point is that because of Lent, I'm staying off. I really love the what is that one time where they have word association?
Yes.
The word association. It's driving my OCD-ness crazy because I have like 50 messages in that thread because I'm not answering that until after Lent. So I will be back there with a vengeance. But if I'm a little bit less involved with some of the threads, it's just because I'm doing like the podcast and the sweater long and things like that, and the sweater shawl long and things like that, and I'll come back to the other threads after Lent. So, yeah.
I'm hoping to...
No, I'm not going to do it. What are you saying now?
Oops.
It's a bunny.
I don't have any more tea, so I'm going to have to do ginger ale.
It's better than water for you. And she is going to get to whatever it is she's got in her bat bag eventually here. Because we keep interrupting her.
everybody forgets that I had that bag out because he started talking about other things.
Well, it was your fault and her fault, the lady who did the...
She's a new member, I think.
I thought it was funny. It made me laugh. I was so happy that she did that.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember her name, but I can't.
It was...
She was one of the newer ones,
She was one of the newer ones. I think she's a teacher.
Yes, because she said something about teaches 5th grade or something like that.
Something like that.
I think that's what she... Maybe I'm confusing that with somebody
I thought
more.
she said she was a teacher.
Okay, well...
Anyway.
Anyway, it made us laugh. It made me happy.
It did. This is On the Forest Floor.
Nice time.
And, thank you, by Simone Caretz. I'm using Dragonfly Fibers in the base Traveler, and the colorway is, let's see, let me show an example of each. The dark brown is That Old Chestnut.
I like that color. It's pretty.
This one here is Mushroom Hunter, and the greeny yellow is the Whale Line.
Yep. Which we can't figure out why it's called that.
Nope.
Okay.
And so this got a little bit of love. It's a very pretty shawl. It was a kit that we had picked up.
That I haven't worked on yet.
Yes.
For a while.
I had not planned on picking this up.
I started it like gangbusters, and then I started it before Talia did.
Yeah.
But
Well, and also I had to rip back like 3 times because I didn't have
the right needles.
No, I had the right needles. I started it first, and then I realized that I wasn't supposed to cut the yarn.
Oh yeah.
So then I ripped back.
Yeah.
Started again. Went up this side picking up thing. Did something else wrong. Had to rip back again.
I remember that.
Then I had to start another time, but found out that one of the yarns in the kit was actually fingering.
I remember that. They had to give
They
me
had
the
to
yarn.
give me a return.
Yeah.
I had to return their fingering.
They were very good.
They were very good about it. And then I think that's the 3 times I started.
Yeah.
Once was I ripped back for the because I whatever I said the first time was because I cut the yarn. The second time was because it was wrong yarn size.
Right.
And the third time was because it was fine on the right.
And Dragonfly Fibers has super customer service.
Oh yeah, but
So-
the problem was I got to like right here
Oh my gosh.
each time that I had to rip back.
Oh, that's discouraging.
It was very discouraging because I could have had the shawl like 3 times farther.
And the reason I haven't done any work, as most of you know who have been with us for a while, is I've been having hand issues. And so I kind of dropped anything that was not strictly either necessary or easy. So,
Flying bats.
yeah.
Whee!
Okay, oh, it's my turn?
Yes.
Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
Bubbles?
Bubbles. There we go. Okay, my next one is the Winter Storm Shawl Project from the Terribly Simple Pattern by Caitlin French. And that is in my... This is my Mama C bag. This is my Mama C Words bag.
Mama C's bag is holding some yarn for me.
This is... oh, this is the one I think, Talia. See,
Oh, okay.
and I'll tell you what it is. I know what it's supposed to be, and I know what I did. I just don't know how to fix it. And I'm using my Caspians for this. They match. Everything matches. I did a little bit of work on that. I think I wasn't paying attention while I was watching TV, and I went back to see. I couldn't tell if I did where I did the knit front and back or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure where it was. And then when I went back to do it over again, I lost a stitch. So, and this is the yarn I had in Deep Stash. I got them at a Christmas festival, and I kind of despaired of ever using it for anything. This pattern's really nice for it.
What?
So it's like, there. So they do the same thing as the other one?
No, it just is like loose tension.
Yeah. And there's a reason for some of my loose tension that I'll tell you about a little bit later.
Yeah, I think it's loose tension.
So I really enjoyed this pattern a lot. It's not difficult. I just have to be able to see what I'm doing. And sometimes the light, it's funny, if it's dark outside and we have the lights on, it's fine. If it's really bright and the lights are on, it's fine. It's when we get that kind of gray weather for snow or rain or something and I can't see. So no matter how many lights are on. But anyway, this is in my Mama C bag. I love the yarn, I love the needles, and I love the bag, and I love the pattern. So
She just loves it all.
I love it all. My words, bag. Thank you, Christina.
Okay. It's a bunny.
It is.
So, this actually got a little bit of love. I didn't think it would.
I didn't think you did anything on that this week.
I did.
That's cool. Oh, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Kay's Fault Mitered Square Blanket. And it's inspired by Bryony Bear of the Bakery Bears podcast. Actually, I had finished... Katie's doing the same thing I am, where she's weaving in on each square. This is my worsted and DK and sport weights. Mitered Square blankets. And while she's talking about it on the podcast, I realized I forgot to weave in ends, so I did that. So I finished one square. It only took me like 2 weeks, which is really unusual for me.
unusual that it takes you 2 weeks?
Yeah, usually I finish like
quite a few squares in 2
yeah.
weeks.
But other projects have been getting love, and this one's feelings has been hurt. But I started the blue. I'm still in Mama C's yarn. It's not that I'm not loving the project. I still love the project. It's just another project's been demanding more attention. So it has been my TV knitting. This one got work when I realized I hadn't given this one any love. And I was like, oh, I should give it a little bit because it deserves it. So I'm on the 4th row. It's starting to feel kind of blankety.
Yay.
Yay. This will be a very long term.
A plop?
A plop. Project long term, whatever.
Whatever it is. And so
project long term, ongoing.
Project or something like that.
Yeah.
It was silly. Definitely silly.
A little bit, your turn.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get this knot out of here. Okay. I will get... Okay. I will come back to that. Okay, my next one is my Babs the Bat, which I cannot show you.
Nope.
I'm at the wings. I have not had a chance to work on it too much since about midweek, but...
And thank you everyone for your input. I believe it was mostly in the bat thread.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm so glad that you all have been finding the tutorials helpful.
This is my Vleer bag. She gave it to me for my birthday, and I love it. It's an unusual bag. I hang it from a doorknob, Vleer, because it won't fit in my shelf. So
Bags of unusual size?
Yes, it's a
B-O-T-S.
B-O-T-S?
Wait, yeah, bag of wait,
what was B-O-U-S?
You're right,
Booze.
it is you. Booze.
Booze.
Bag of unusual size. I don't know where I got tea from.
I do not know. I love it.
Okay.
It looks very pretty on my door.
Project. Okay. In my... I'm pretty sure it's in this bag. Let me take a peek and see. Yes. In my TARDIS Pulver Bird bag. I was going to call it Silver Shed.
Again?
No, last
you
time
did the other way
I
around.
went the other way around.
Yeah.
Is Bert and Ernie, which is Impressions by Agnes Kataz Kretzes. I'm using Knitted with DK, Superwash Merino in the colorway Yams, and Miss Babs Yazawada Skein in the colorway Squash Blossom.
So you have two projects by that designer?
Yes. And I started this for the Bakery Bears Muppet Along.
Yeah, I'm doing my bat as well for a test as for the Muppet Along.
And I'm using those needles you got me for Christmas.
Oh, those not signatures.
No, I don't know.
Addies.
I'm glad I'm trying them. I just don't like the cord as much as I do the Shy Goose, though. But I'm glad I'm trying them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you always want to try something new.
So, it has been started. It has not gotten a whole lot of love because the other one by Agnes Kataz Kretzes has been getting more love. And it's got bobbly things. I'm not quite sure what my feelings are about baubles.
They look pretty. I like the baubles on my shawl that I wore last week.
The OCD part of me is like, well, actually, I'm not. The OC part of me is like, it's gonna get caught on stuff, and it's like
it doesn't really.
They're not uniform.
It doesn't get caught,
but they're not uniform.
Well, they're baubles. The uniforms are different.
But they're not uniform baubles.
I think baubles are supposed to be uniform.
But they should.
But a little wine with a cheese, or cheese without wine.
Yes, I like wine. So the TARDIS is going to go flying. Flying.
Okay. All right, my next one is... This is a new one. It wasn't on the needles. It wasn't started when I had the last podcast. It's called the Experimental Baby Hat. And this is basically a recipe. It's in my Stitched by Mimi bag. Yay. I love this bag. This is my bag from... Here's my husband. From Sandy. Oh no, this is not. It's not in this bag. I'm sorry. That will come back to it. It is in the Silver Shed Caterpillar bag that came with Taya's kit when we did the kit on offer. And this,
oh, good.
I'm doing this as a pattern from off of a YouTube.
What do you feel about the loom?
I like the loom. I really do. It's fun. It works up pretty quickly. This is. I had some more some bulky weight. This is the same one, the same kind of yarn that I made the baby hat of George's patterns. Cascade yarn specific chunky, and this colorway is
That did build pretty quickly.
yeah. The colorway is
A number. That's a number.
it-
Cascade only marks their
That's right, Cascade
618.
only.
You have to go on their website to find what the color
Yeah,
is.
and I call this blue green. It's yeah. This hat, the reason it took me so long is I was going back to the video because I was going to do a brimmed hat, but I think I'm going to do a couple of these first, just the plain where it rolls up on its own. I really like this. It's a lot of fun. It does. At first, I thought it was going to hurt my wrist going in between the little pegs, but it doesn't. And I'm really enjoying this. It works up pretty quickly. I want to do scarves on this so I can start doing charity stuff again because I miss doing that. This is the small. This is for a baby. I think it's 3 to 6 months or something like that. And I like it a lot. And the fabric's really nice.
Yeah, it's good fabric.
I mean, I think I could probably, I wouldn't mind using a super bulky on here.
Yeah, because it's probably good with the super bulky.
This is a chunkier bulky, and
Yeah.
they also use double worsted. And I'm getting a kick out of all the people who are contacting me about their experiences with the knitting looms and their suggestions and their offers for help, helps where I can find helps, YouTube videos and groups on Ravelry and things like that. I like this. It's fun. I think I'm going to be doing this type of thing for a while, even if it's just hats and scarves.
And hopefully maybe next time when we have a little more time, we can go talk a little bit more about loom knitting.
I will. I just knew that we had a lot of stuff going on today, so I didn't. I have some ideas I want to do, so stay tuned for that.
Let's see. So I just had the one left. In my Silver Shed nursing caps bag is Reckless Dancing, which is Dance All Night Slouch Socks by Erica Jakowski.
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 Jakowski. Fiddle knit, who's also fiddle knits. I'm using Miss Babs Yazawetta Skein in the colorway Perfectly Reckless with Nick Pick's Bravo worsted for heels and toes. I'm never doing heels and toes again like that. I'm just good. I don't care if it does have nylon in, fine. I'll just learn darn socks. I'm never gonna do heels and toes again. They're ridiculously annoying.
And she just doesn't hate it or anything. She just
I like the way it looks. I can't stand all those ends. That being said,
she's prejudiced against ends.
I am. I am in the foot.
The Foot Clan?
Yes. The only reason why my heel looks like it's full is because it is. It's full of ends. The heel is a nice fit. I like the way the heel feels and looks. It's a nice, strong heel.
I like that strong.
Yes. And I like the fact that the bottom of the foot is all purl stitches.
That's pretty.
Well, it's reverse stockinette, so it gives you a smooth end against your foot, which is kind of nice. So, a lot of work's been done on this. I know the second socks can go a lot slower. This has been my TV knitting. And I know I'll probably get second socks into it at that point. And I probably wouldn't be quite as slow as I have been, except that when I hit the heel, I slow down a little bit. Because the heel's evil and hateful. Because, not that the heel's evil and hateful. I actually like doing, gussets. The, fact that it was I decided to do alternating, I decided to do different color for the heels and toes. Which was a terrible mistake, and I immediately have, regretted that decision, but I'm not going to do fraternal socks. I don't do that. I will do the other one just the same and suffer through the heel and toe. I don't feel like taking back. But yeah, that's that pair of socks. That sock. Maybe I'll have the sock for you guys next time. Or
Yay.
by you guys, I mean me.
Alright, my last project is really in my Stitch by Mimi bag, which I absolutely love, my teacups bag. which really is Teacups Bag. And this is a new project as well. It's the Floating on a Cloud Baby Blanket project from Brookside Blanket Pattern by 5410 Studio. And I'm using Knit Picks US 13 9mm Knit Picks circulars and Bernat, I don't know how you say that, Blanket Solids in the vintage white colorway. I just started this project, I don't know, a few days ago. I'm not sure how I like working with this yarn.
Oh, that was kind of, it almost like foam.
Yeah, it's really soft. And this is only like 5 or 6 rows in. I think I'm starting my 6th row.
That's super bulky?
Yes.
Well, if you decide you don't like it, you can always use it for loom knitting.
Yep. And I think what I'm going to do, it doesn't quite take, I'm doing the baby blanket size. I thought I was going to try a crib if I didn't like, but this is going to be plenty big for a baby. And I think I'm going to have enough left over that I can make a baby hat to go with it. And I got, part of my stash enhancements was this yarn in white and in green. I got 2 skeins of each, so I won't have to go over there and get it. I really like this. It's a fun pattern. It's fairly mindless. I just have to make sure where I'm at. And I was wondering if I maybe might go down next time to an 11. It depends on how open it is when I get done.
Yeah.
But it's got a nice little pattern to it. It's really, really soft. It took me a while. The thing I don't like too much about this yarn, the only thing I don't care about for it, is that until I got used to it, it was very difficult to pull it tight.
Right.
So
well, it's springy.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I don't know.
It's like foam.
It's just getting it to tighten up.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. So I like it. I'm enjoying the pattern. I think it's going to look really pretty. The pattern looks like it's not a good picture, but
I'm not sure if that's going to show up in that yarn.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's that's what she did it in, was off white.
Oh no, I don't mean the color. I mean the foam yarn.
That's what she used.
That is what she.
I think that's what she used. Maybe it's not. I don't remember. We'll see. In any event, it'll be warm.
Yeah.
And so that's my last whip.
I don't have any FOs.
I do. I have one. Actually, I have more than one. Okay. In my Plover Bird medium-sized Animals in the Park bag, I had, look, Brittany, I finally finished it. Yay!
Yay!
This is my...
Now that you are no longer doing a drive for dishcloth.
Yes. And it's still a little wonky. I don't know if I want to give it to anybody, but I didn't know how to bind it off, and I didn't have access to the video, so I just kind of bound it off, and I'll keep it. But it was fun to do, and I like the pattern, and next time I do it, I'll make sure that I'm somewhere where I can do the bind off correctly.
Did it have a special bind off?
I don't know if it has special bind off, or I just forgot how to bind off correctly.
Did you know you had the cast on bind off book?
Yeah, I know, but I didn't have it with me, and I wanted to finish it, so I just finished it. The other things that I have that are FOs are yarn. You saw me winding this one. The yarn is where I had my adventures in yarn, if you will. I was making doing the yarn, and toward the end, I picked up the bowl that I had the yarn in. I think it was this one, my last one, and picked it up, and the thing broke in my hand. It cut me right off here, across here, and I thought I might have to go and get stitches. It bled for like an hour, and then it kind of slowed down. So Talia just took a look at it and
told her she needed to have the thumb amputated.
So all I'm doing is put Neosporin on and a Band-Aid. It's been 3 days, and it seems to be knitting up just fine. But this
no
is
pun intended.
Yeah. This one is this is an oops, because I ran out of the color I wanted to make this red, and it's coming up.
It's red from her blood.
It's red, but it's actually kind of a pale red, almost a pink.
Yeah.
And different gradations of it.
Yes, clear pink.
Yes, pink. But it wasn't meant to be pink. It was meant to be red. I just ran out of red. So that's one. And so
I'm
it's
going
an
to move
oops.
it out of the screen.
It's an oops. That's Cherry Blossom. My other oops is called this.
Oh, that turned out really pretty.
This is I'm trying to find it so I can tell you the right name of it. Purple Grape. And this is also an oops, because both of these skeins of yarn were really tangled when I got them, and I thought because they were tied they'd be fine. That's why I was rolling that one up. I just got to the point where I could finally get it untangled. This one took me 3 days to untangle. And instead of being a gradient, I think it's more of a variegated. But it turned out really pretty.
It did.
It's a little lighter than I thought it would be. I had to play around with my amounts, but I like it, and so I'm happy with it. Where's my other one?
Oh, I put it over here.
Okay. And then I have a couple other skeins that I dyed.
I don't know about that. Did you get that done today?
No, I got it. I was done before the same time as the other.
Oh.
So I did a couple mini skeins.
Oh, look at that.
This is copper.
That's pretty.
Okay. And this is kind of a daffodil or whatever you want to
I
call
approve.
it. Ah. So this is what this one looks like when it's unskeined. Undone. This one turned out really... Yellow is fun to work with. It gets very bright very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Davina loved this one. I might have to think about making her
A full skein.
a full skein. Okay, so that's this one.
Well, you might have to make her full skein that I knit her into something because she doesn't work with
Right.
acrylic.
And this is the copper undone. I believe it's a gradient, but I'm still figuring that out. So I really like the way this one turned out.
Very nice.
I have to figure out how to get the more deep colors or more vibrant colors in the bigger skeins.
Mm-hmm.
There we
It's
go.
just going to be a matter of getting your
Yeah.
recipe.
And that is in my Turbo Knitter 64 Mickey Mouse bag. So, okay. Do you have any writer's block?
I do not.
Okay, I do. I took out my Never Say Never blanket, which was the miter square blanket. I am not.
By
a square
take it out,
person.
she means she just never put it together.
Well, I had one square plus another square that I was checking to see which way I like to do it better. I just am not a square person for blankets. I have to.
Sorry.
I prefer one piece, and I may come back to it, but start another one. I just want to do it, and it's not anything to do with Kay's tutorials, which I found to be fantastic. I just don't
Okay,
do
you
squares.
turned her off on squares.
Every time I do squares, I end up doing 2 or 3, and then I stop. So, yeah, that's gone, and that's why I picked up the other baby blanket. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so that'll be now royalties.
Royalties. Okay.
I picked up Chaigu US 8 and US 7 DPNs, and that's what's in my sock. Because last week the DPNs I had were 8-inch long DPNs. That was just too long. The ones I have now are 6 inches.
Right.
And the Chaigu, so they're awesome.
I picked up the 4 skeins of the Bernat or however you pronounce that yarn that you saw in my blanket, 2 off-white and 2 green, and I picked up 3 skeins of bare yarn from Knit Picks in the fingering weight, which is you saw 2 of them dyed up, and I got some measuring spoons as part of my birthday gift. I was given money, so I bought measuring set for dyeing, and then did we tell you forgot about this?
No, I didn't. I was
Okay.
giving you a trick.
Okay, we got Valentine's gifts from Davina because
Where am I going
Davina loves to give gifts. We tell her that Valentine's Day is not a gift day, but she doesn't care. So,
So, yeah, she made our subway lady a necklace.
yes, she did.
But
But that was something different.
that was something different. But that's she likes any excuse to make people things.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the necklaces. She
made
made
each
in
of those
different
2.
sizes.
Yeah, I like this size
This is a good size too. I tend to like a little bit of a choker size.
because she fixed my other one, but it's right up against here. It's a little too tight for me.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is.
That's a really good size.
Yeah, this is an owl. This is my favorite size about here. My owl.
I do like this.
And I don't know if you can see the owl.
I thought at first when I tried it on it was going to be too tight, but it's not. It just needs to settle.
You can see the owl. She calls it the bling. I'm going to call this owl bling because it's absolutely blingy.
Well, so's my heart.
But it doesn't need a name. Mine does.
Yes, it does.
And then the second one she got us. Do you have your other one?
Yes.
Davina says, I have two. I love two Disney movies even more than most of the others, and that's Beauty and the Beast and Rapunzel. And so she made me a Beauty and the Beast necklace. You see all the roses and then the rose inside the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my Beauty and the Beast necklace.
And then mine, let me put it on first. For as long as I can remember, I've wanted a locket. I have nothing to put in a locket, but I've always wanted one.
She wanted to put a family picture or something in there.
I have no idea what I'll put in here. I've always wanted, I think it's something to do with when I used to watch Annie as a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've always thought lockets are the most
I love lockets.
awesome thing ever. I have no reason to have lockets, which always has kept me from buying one.
You don't have to have a reason. You can put whatever you want in it.
But what's awesome about it as well, besides being a locket, it's got that really cool bow and arrow on it. So no idea what's going to go inside the locket. I just have a locket now.
I need to get a little box for all my jewelry. That's Davina jewelry.
Mhm.
Because they don't fit in my jewelry box. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but Davina, of course, I want to wear this. And I want to have a place to put it, and it won't fit in my jewelry box. So,
You better put on one of them because we haven't been wearing them. Because I've been at work.
well, I wore one the other day. I forget where it was. I wore it, but
I need to get her to fix my,
she fixed my other ones.
she needs to I need her to fix the other one she made me because it broke when I tried to put it on because it was
Right.
when she was doing the string.
Okay, we're going to have to kind of speed this up because my husband is home and he can't
Yeah.
eat too late. So I'm going to kind of rush through autobiography in that I had almost 400 words to the shared story, and I've been giving out prompts for the percolator this week. I'm doing the prompts this week, and in the middle of that, and still reading The Gift by Brian Litfin, but I'm hoping to finish that by next podcast maybe and start the last book of the series, and then various religious books and things like that. So, what are you reading?
I finished Anne of Cleves. It only took me about a week. I mean, it's a small book, so it's not really that shocking, but it's also... I would go from chapter to chapter and just finish a chapter in a sitting. Really enjoyed this, but I knew I would when I picked it up. And I am currently reading Queen Isabella, who is considered the she-wolf of France. And she married Edward the II. Yes. And he was probably really shouldn't have been king. He just didn't have the personality for it. He tended to do a lot of favoritism, and it didn't matter. He had one particular favorite that he gave more attention to anyone. His wife, anyone.
Oh boy.
And and this guy was arrogant as all get out. And he got exiled a couple times. And every time the king would find a way to get him back, and then he'd, bestow lands on him and do this and do that, and just not really any good sense of judgment. He brought England to almost near civil war a couple times just because of this guy. But Queen Isabella, apparently she's got a really awful reputation. But at this point she's only like 16. It hasn't really, done anything that would have deserved her reputation at this point. I don't know a lot about her.
I never heard of her. So
Me either.
excuse me.
So when I picked up the book initially, I thought that I was picking up something on Catherine of Aragon's mom. Not so.
Read the fine print.
Well, it didn't actually
Grasshopper.
say anything about She-Wolf of France on the book cover.
Right.
I guess Treachery, Adultery, and Murder in Medieval England should have said something. But I don't know that much about,
Well, you learn
Queen
something
Isabella. So this is very interesting. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Anything else for that?
Nope, that's it. I am picking up different, like, every time I read about someone new, I'm like, oh, I want to read about that person. So I've added a couple new biographies to my Goodreads that I want to eventually read.
Okay. We do need to kind of close it up. I'm sorry, kind of rushed to the end of it, but as I said, my husband is home, so we want to thank the people who've commented. As I said, I do apologize to people in the thread that we haven't answered yet. I got as many as I could before we had the podcast, and things got away from me. I want to thank for YouTube comments. Fiber Reverie, Joan Bell, Beverly Evinger, Joan B., Heidi Butterfield, Christina C., Deep Martin, Susan Knitting and Crochet, Victorian Studio, and Pettis Kim for their comments on
Some
YouTube.
of you all are the usual suspects.
Some of you are the usual suspects, and some of you are new. And it's great to have you commenting there. Glad to see you there.
Yes.
If you're not a part of the group, if you're still in the shadows, please join us officially so you can, be eligible for prizes and such. And we'd love to know you better, so that would be great. In the meantime, now we're going to have to say goodbye because we have to eat dinner. We want to say thank you for joining us here at the PHN Fun Woman Cave. We wish you a week full of every good thing, knitting, crocheting, whatever kind of crafting makes you happy, whatever else makes you happy. And this is the Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 194, and that's a wrap.